honey brew mead with a winch on each arm?
I'd rather have 2 bottles of mead than 2 wenches.
Hey, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of honey brew mead with me.
Why only have 1 bottle when you can have 2?
Eastmere's beard, you're one after my own heart. I would love another bottle. This good deed should not go unrewarded. Here, take this. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Arnbjorn is safe, and for that you have my thanks. But what of the fool? Is Cicero dead?
Yes, Cicero is dead.
Excellent. Once again, you've proven yourself a born assassin. Tell you what, why don't you hold on to Shadowmere a while longer? He's a fine steed, and hasn't been ridden nearly as much as he should lately. And now that this Cicero mess has been mopped up, we can get back to the matter at hand,
Right. So what's my next task?
There's just one more target before we strike out at the Emperor. Have you by chance heard of the Gourmet? Read his cookbook? It's become quite a phenomenon. The Gourmet is scheduled to cook for the Emperor at a special dinner. You'll kill him, steal his writ of passage, and assume the role of Master Chef. Festus has been spearheading this part of the assassination plan. He's close to uncovering the identity of the Gourmet. You should report to him. Until next time, sister.
There you are. Took your sweet time dealing with Cicero, eh? Now let's get down to business. Astrid told you about the Gourmet, I hope.
That I need to kill him and take on his identity?
Quite so. But first, you'll need to learn who he is. Assuming, of course, that the Gourmet actually is a he. Could be a woman, for all we know. You know, maybe I was wrong about you after all. Anyone who's smart enough to shut up and listen can't be all bad. In my, investigations, I came upon this. It's a copy of the Gourmet's cookbook, but not just any copy. It's signed, you see. Seems to be a message from the Gourmet to one Anton Varan. I've tracked Varan to the keep in Markarth. It would seem he's the cook.
And this Anton Varane knows the Gourmet's true identity?
I believe so. Therefore, you are to obtain that information from Varan, who the gourmet really is and where he can be found. Oh, and when you're done with Varan, kill him. Loose ends and all that. Next, you'll have to... Are you still paying attention? As I was saying, you'll need to kill the gourmet, of course. But what's more, you'll need to get his writ of passage, so you can take his place. Oh, and if you can, hide his body. The longer it takes for anyone else to determine his real identity, the better. Now off with you. Remember, the Markarth Keep. That's where you'll find Anton Varan. Probably cooking up all of the gourmet's recipes, passing them off as his own. Come now, you've got your orders. What else could you possibly need?
I was Dengear's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once to protect him.
You must miss those days. But if you can't swing your weapon, forging one's the...
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around. Teach them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested.
Is there anything else you need, my Jarl?
There is room in my court for a new fame. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane.
It would be an honor.
On your way, then.
I've helped your people.
Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Falkreath. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now.
Come on.
Farewell. Here we go!
You're no match for me.
Destroy you.
You can't beat me.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
This ends now.
You're no match for me.
Will destroy you.
I'll see you in pieces.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
You can't beat me.
You're no match for me.
I will destroy you.
I'll see you in pieces.
Sir Lord, is it true you weren't always a blacksmith?
Yes, I was Dengir's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once.
You must miss those days. But if you can't swing your weapon, forging is the next best thing.
Come on.
You can't beat
Put up
me.
a fight.
Show respect while you're here, and you and I will be fine.
That. I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengir before him.
I'd like to purchase a house.
There's no house available, but I could sell you a fine piece of land where you could build your own house. I'll take it. You won't regret it. Here's the title to your steading. Follow the road east from Falkreath, then north at the crossroads. Turn left just past Pine Watch. May wisdom forever light your path.
Lord, is it me, or are we low on iron? Do we have enough for the next shipment?
You have something to say? Well, save your breath. The way I see it, you don't have much more of them left.
just wanted to talk.
Talk is for cowards whose blades say nothing.
I wish to know your name.
A son of Cloud Ruler Temple named me the Desert Fang. The Thalmor know me as Death's Courier. To you, I am simply Sヴāshini, the Khajiit who spared your life.
If you're looking for a fight, Skyrim's as good a place as any.
What you consider a fight, or even a war, is nothing more than a brawl between drunken louts over spilled drink. A great swordsman's talents are wasted in a war. Stray arrows, trebuchets, accidents. Many great warriors have been felled by the blade of chaos. One can't even trust his own side in the haze of war. Who's to say who's friend or foe, when your eyes squint through geysers of dirt and smoke? Like your queries, they range from the utterly pointless to the completely meaningless.
You're right. One-on-one combat is the true test of one's mettle.
Then we agree on something. It's not often my views align with that of a simpleton's. Perhaps I need to re-examine my position.
Then why stay in Skyrim?
Another simple query from a devout simpleton. The answer is tall, green, robed, and uglier than an imp. The Thalmor's tentacles extend all across Tamriel, but in Skyrim, their presence is weak. While they are busy protecting their vital organs, they will bleed out from their wrists with every Justicar I slay on the road below.
Tell me about your armor and sword.
Akaviri, forged in the Dragonland, did a sword and armor of the blades, sworn to the service of the true Emperor. But know this, my sword serves no one. You could be Tiber Septim reborn, and I'll still send you back to the Divines with your head in your arms.
You seem rather young for a blade.
Because I am no blade. The swords and armor I wear belong to a dead man, a man I killed. It's not an uncommon thing. These days you'll find more dead blades strewn across Tamriel than grains of sand. Cloud Ruler Temple is now home to maggots and flies, sprout from the pores of their Thalmor cousins. No longer is it home to foolish mortals who spend far too many days with their heads in the clouds, while death awaits at their feet.
You may not be a blade, but I doubt you're just some scavenger.
True. The one I killed to gain this armor was indeed a blade, a master of the dual sword technique, and my mentor. He was a man of 40 years, and I no older than a dozen. When I first bested him in single combat, yet he was still my better, and our bodies would never be at an age where I could prove otherwise. At 16, my mentor had exhausted his use to me in terms of body. I would have granted him death right then, if not for the secrets his mind guarded.
What secrets?
The Way of the Nine. Stances and techniques derived from the teachings of the divines. That was his legacy, and his gift to me, his only pupil. But only when I was ready. A phrase thrown around by masters of all disciplines who wish to teach their pupils the value of patience. What I wasn't ready for, and never would be, was religious nonsense with which he dressed the art of the kill. Now as I enter my prime, I search for the lesson that escaped into the void when we last crossed our blades.
What's so special about this technique?
Fool, the stance of Arche is the very heart of the dual sword technique. Life and death, ice and fire. The nature of all things are born of two. This duality applies to both life and battle. When a mortal kills a foe, in that instant, Arche grants death to one and life to the other. Or so the priestly ones will tell you. Yet the true duality lies not in the dirt and stars, but in how the blade serves as both sword and shield. Twin moons, one sky. Each blade shifts from offense to defense, a mirror reflection of the other, and the opponent knows not where to strike. Yet as it is not a single stance, but a motion that adapts to its opponent, it has proved as impenetrable in theory as it is in practice.
Tell me about the Way of the Nine.
You will understand little of what I speak, and much of it is of no practical use, but facile metaphors tossed around by dying man. But I will enjoy watching your brow twitch in confusion as I pass his words on to you. Take, for instance, Debella, the god of beauty.
Interesting. Tell me about the stance of Mara.
The embrace of Mara. Both blades held out horizontally to create the illusion of an opening. Love, too, can be a source of bait. In this case, the love of blood. And Mara's blades close faster and hold tighter than any trap.
I'm interested in how you killed your master.
It snowed that night when it should have rained. My mentor looked at the sky and said Kynareth was all out of tears. And I said, Kynareth does not cry for fools. We drew our swords and dashed through the trees, our feet rapping against the snow. The night before I had chosen my stance. While most would use the flurry of Akatosh, the technique is too violent. I could kill my mentor and lose sight of the very thing I sought to learn. And in the spiritual sense, the father does not come before the son.
What stance did you use?
It was the defense of Zenithar that shielded me from his attack. If I saw both his blades as swords and not shields, I could parry, if not kill. Our blades clashed, but made no sound, muffled by the snowstorm. His swords came at me from all directions, but I kept my eyes on his feet. Or more precisely, the tracks he left in the snow. There was a pattern there, if only I had more time.
So you switched stances.
To Akatosh, I went for the flurry and the kill. Yet when I saw his blade rise to the block, I hesitated, only to see that very blade run me through. It was then that he revealed the true essence of the technique. I assumed he moved to protect his life when his stroke came for my death. But the blade missed my heart by the width of a cat's hair. I made no such mistake with his neck.
And so you killed him.
Just like that, it was over. I dropped to my knees and reached for my potion as his body drowned in a cascade of snow. I tossed the half-empty bottle beside his severed head and said he could have the rest. When he didn't respond, I couldn't help but laugh. All of it, the tracks, the blood, and his legacy, washed away in a tide of white. Be gone, then.